today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Stepping up, he'll try and run.
The quarterback on the...
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Going on the ground with Madison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Brings up second.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also get the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Here's Madison running on first down. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 25-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal.
So first and goal now from the 7-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll run it with Madison, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Alexander Madison with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Giants under head coach Joe Judge. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He was brought down
pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
That's good for a Giants.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
48-yard line. 4 yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a handoff working right. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Nicole Hardman with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Philadelphia.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 4th down.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now they try the right side here. Nice move at the 40. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Taken down.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
That's good.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And at the 50-yard line.
Here's Murray from midfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Murray going to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now.
Number 30, the ball carrier. He's
Darren Lee there to get him down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Room here to run. The 20. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's able to put it through.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll look to throw now on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
A gain of
so they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Philadelphia.
Back to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
17. Giants 14.
So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
For 1st and 10. At their own.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. New York ready to go again offensively. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 11 yards there, 1st down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Another carry for the running back.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up and that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Mecole Hardman with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Tackled by Christian Fulton. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Being chased out left. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
running from the shotgun with Madison. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And we'll see if he opts for a heavier dose of running plays, because running is where they've had more success than in the passing game.
And the way they've spread it around to different people running it as well. It's not just been one principle.
A big seam, and he might go all the way.
What's up?
Touchdown, Giants. Mecole Hardman, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Giants add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And out now come the Eagles. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run with Madison. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 36. Now, 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Back to throw now on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain.
Eagles 20.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
First down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 4. Short throw into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And it's
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
quarterback on the scramble.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
A loss of 2 yards.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. So now the Eagles down by 15. And time, a huge factor. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 two-point conversion mixed in there as well. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or 2, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Eagles 20. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain, and it's second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Set to kick off.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
That's good.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Murray now to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Second and goal from the 1. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Murray to air it out again. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And it's incomplete. Clock now showing 0:05. That's all we have left here in the 4th.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Today's
a big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
so for the Giants, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin.